What is going on, sports fans? Happy Saturday, May 12th. Rocking it solo. My partner Ryan has the day off. He's going to spend it with his kids. So amen to him. Hopefully he has a good day. We're over here crushing it at the 5-pack. Really, really good night last night. Stacking the St. Louis and Scooter Jeanette, my favorite play of the day, really paid off big time. Took down this $100 single entry GPP and took down a couple other tournaments and finished real high in a couple others. So we're looking to have that carry over into today, I guess, for lack of better words. And we're going to talk about the main slate here. We got 8 games on it. I don't love this slate like I did last night, but it's still early. It's only 11:30 a.m. Eastern, so a lot of time to go in the day. I really don't love the early slate. I'll throw a lineup in there just for shits and giggles, more or less, coming off a really good night last night, but not something I'm going to throw a lot of my bankroll at, that's for sure. And the same goes as for the night slate as of right now. I like it more than the early slate, but I can't say I love it, at least like I said, as of right now. I do think there's a few ways to go, and I kind of like some different angles that we can approach to be different. And as you guys know, I'm usually a GPP player, so that's kind of the angle I like to take. I like the gamesmanship part of it. So we're going to talk about a couple different ways to go here. Let me pull this up. All righty, so in traditional 5-pack sense, I got 5 guys pulled up, and let's start at the top. Tyson Ross, 5-pack darling. Both Ryan and I like Tyson Ross a lot. He's starting to look like the Tyson Ross of old, who was a really good pitcher a few years ago for this same San Diego team. Now, he didn't look great against Washington in his last time out, but that's okay. He's not an elite pitcher. Not going to expect him to be great every game, and I think this sets up as a really nice bounce back spot for him. St. Louis, as you guys know, I was all over them last night. I love them. I love that spot for them against a young lefty and Lauer. I feel the exact opposite today against Ross. Do I love going against a team that is hot? No, but Ross is just a much different pitcher than Lauer. He really overwhelms right-handed hitters, and as far as I'm concerned, St. Louis doesn't have many lefties I'm concerned about. Matt Carpenter, not worried about him. Dexter Fowler, not really worried about him right now. I mean, you got a couple guys at the bottom of that order like Colton Wong, but the majority of their boppers hit from the right side, and Tyson Ross does work against righties. So price is at $9K. I think his counterpart, Michael Wacha, is going to be much more popular here, and Wacha makes a lot of sense in cash games. He's going to be more popular facing a Padres team we know really, really struggles against right-handers. On the contrarian side of the coin, however, I like Ross a little bit more. I think you can pair them. I like Ross's upside here. Even though St. Louis isn't a team we're necessarily trying to pick on, this spot just sets up good for him at home in San Diego as a guy I like in tournaments. So as of now, I'm looking at Tyson Ross a lot and kind of building my offense and my pitcher, my SB2, et cetera, around him. My first hitter, I'm sure you guys, for everyone who follows me, know I'm gonna go right back to my boy Scooter, who I'm pumped just saying his name, really carried me last night. I called this. I watched a bunch of his at-bats for the past few days, and he looks locked in. The hottest hitter in baseball right now. I love how Ozzie Albies is right here. And look, Ozzie Albies is awesome. I got nothing to take away from him. But what he will take away from Scooter Jeanette is ownership, and I love that because there's no hotter hitter in the game than Scooter right now. This Reds offense is finally starting to click, and a big reason why is because of their cleanup hitter, Jeanette. Look at this game log. He has no K. In his past 4 games, let's just look at 4 bombs, 2 doubles, no Ks. 29, 26, 16, 23. I mean, that's just a fantastic game log. Facing Ross Stripling here and a Dodgers bullpen, that can be really good at times, but if the Reds have a lead, can also be not so good. I like Scooter a ton. Whether you want to do a little mini red stack as a one-off, however you slice it, get Scooter in there for damn sure. Next up, big boy Travis Shaw carried a lot of people last night. Big home run. But what I like more than the home run is I like the single he had in the 10th inning. I believe it was a 1-2 count. Pitcher didn't necessarily give in, but Shaw hit a good pitch, hit it up the middle for a single. He's another guy who's locked in right now. We want Coors exposure. Excuse me. So we want Coors exposure here, and I think Shaw is a really good place to get it, especially in tournaments. People are going to shy away in the lefty-on-lefty matchup, but Shaw doesn't discriminate. He matches everyone, and right now when he's locked in like this, I like him a lot. Assuming they get to Freeland, they'll be dealing with the Colorado bullpen who has a lot of righties in it. I like Shuck quite a bit tonight. It's a real nice low-owned piece, of course. Moving on, we got 2 San Francisco Giants. I wanted to bring them up as kind of an out there call as a team I think could get going today after a kind of a losing dwell they've been in since they got to Philadelphia. Now they've lost 5 in a row. After looking really good against the Braves, the Giants have fallen flat on their faces. And these 2 guys really need to pick up their slack, and I got reasons for both of them tonight. One, Crawford has been really slumping since we used him a ton against the Braves. Hadn't been doing anything much, hasn't gotten double digits, had a couple hits here or there. Last night, struck out in a big at-bat, I believe the 4th or 5th inning. And then later in the game, although they got rolled, it was still a game, towards the end of that game, and Crawford got a big single, an opposite field single. Good sign for me coming into today. We like lefties against Chad Kuhl. I think Giants could be a sneaky spot that no one goes to. I don't want to full stack them, but I like Crawford here as part of a mini stack, as part of a lefty Giant bet that you can get in there. At some point, the Giants are going to break out of it, and I want on them when they do. I think tonight could be the night. I like Chad Kuhl, and I can see this going one of 2 ways. I can see this going either way. I can see Chad Kuhl being really good. I can see the Giants being really good. More than likely, it'll be somewhere in the middle, but I think both extremes are possible here. And that brings me to Andrew McCutchen, who I just wanted to go over. Playing in his first series in Pittsburgh, since he got traded. Very emotional game for him last night. Crowd gave him a huge standing ovation. Never really quite seen anything like that with what the crowd did before his at-bat. It was a good 5 minutes before he actually stepped to the plate. You could tell the day was draining on him. Back to his old home. He still lives in Pittsburgh, so you can only imagine what that was like for him. I like the next day for McCutchen here. I like how he's already had a day there. No one's going to want to go here because why would you? Look at the game log facing Kuhl, who's going against righties. But I can see it here. McCutchen kind of has the background story fits him today. Going back to Pittsburgh, I do see him having a good game in one of these games in this series. Obviously, it didn't happen yesterday. And no, I probably wouldn't use him in cash because he hasn't been very good. But as a GPP one-off, we know how this goes. Anyone in baseball, if they're in a lineup, can be worth it. And I think he's a guy who could be worth it today. I like Kutch here in this spot, really low owned. Is he a priority for me? No. But I want exposure to him in a lineup, if that makes sense. All right, guys. That's all I got for you early. Again, we're crushing it right now. So come join the team, the DFS5pack.com. You want more content, more videos, more Facebook, all that fun stuff. Sign up today. I'm around all day to answer questions. And again, I don't really like this early slate. We're going to focus on the main slate. So that's where we're at right now. And members only for all you guys will be out later this afternoon. Thanks, guys.